Hey everyone, I'm Steve from GamersNexus.net and we're here at GDC 2016. Now we're talking about CryEngine, specifically the new CryEngine 5, cleverly named CryEngine VR, which was just announced today. Before we get to that, all of this coverage is brought to you by Raw Fury's new Goner game, which is an indie platformer, and you can see that playing on the screen now. CryEngine 5 does something similar to what they did last year, but almost a bit more extreme. So if you remember the last 2 years now, Unity, Epic Games' Unreal Engine and Crytek's CryEngine have been going back and forth in this pricing battle, and Epic's Unreal Engine is now free. Unity is pretty accessible to mostly everyone at this point and is big in indie development, and CryEngine was $10 a month. Epic's Unreal Engine used to be $20 a month, but now CryEngine is using a pay-what-you-want model. So that is brand new for them. You can pay as little as you want, and if you're wondering how they make money, that's something we asked them immediately, and it sounds like the current plan is sort of a mix between the previous licensing fees for big companies and the accessibility for smaller devs. So now the way it works is if you want to go download CryEngine, you can do that. You can pay what you want, again, effectively $0 if you wanted to, and then they're monetizing through a marketplace which has assets created by curated users, and that's on a rev share platform, and they also monetize through connections with developers like Star Citizen's Cloud Imperium Games. So for larger developers like that, the provision that Crytek creates is access to engineering, so low-level engineering support, and developers who can provide tech support for perhaps conversion to 64-bit in Star Citizen's specific case. Now, on the technical side, the part that's interesting to us as gamers, not as developers, of course, because I'm certainly not, I know a lot of you aren't. As gamers, the interesting aspect here is the new CryEngine 5 build has low-level DirectX 12 support. It's fully optimized and integrated, so that will, of course, move games forward into the DX12 momentum that we've got going right now. And it's also got a new particle effects system, which you'll see coming out in games that are in development today, but they might be coming out a year or more from now. And on top of the particle FX system, there's additional visual FX processing, all moved to the GPU for the most part. That, of course, hugely improves frame rate. So the can it run Crysis question mostly goes away as the GPU takes over all of this intensive processing of visual FX. And then finally, there's a new cloud system. So there's an advanced cloud system that makes clouds look a lot more dynamic and real rather than just sort of big two-dimensional textures floating in the sky. So that's the update for CryEngine with CryEngine 5. And if you're interested as a developer, you could certainly download it if you want to play around with it. But as gamers, that's what we have to look forward to. So links in the description below for more content. As always, check the channel for all of our GDC coverage. And if you like this type of coverage, please check us out on Patreon and help us out directly, because that's what really helps fund a lot of these equipment purchases and things like that. So thank you for watching. I will see you all next time.